Morning, everyone. We will give a couple of minutes for everybody that wants to join, that they can join. In the meantime, I'm Almi Castleman. I'm the Regional Director for Southern African Office, and welcome to our Golden Key Southern African virtual information session. Amazing things happen in amazing times, and this is one of them. Instead of us having physical information sessions, we now will have virtual information sessions weekly. So yes, there's also a benefit to it that people can repetitively join our webinars. How many people have joined us by now?
I see we already have 56 people on.
Thank you. I will, when we around about 100 people, we will actually start the webinar. In the meantime, maybe people can tell us from where they are. At the bottom of your screen, when you go down with your cursor, you can see two functions. The one is Q&A and the other one chat. If you would like to tell us in the chat box who you are and from which university you are, and maybe from where do you watch this webinar. So you can start to do it in the chat box. When we start to do questions and answers within the information session, we will use the Q&A box. But for now, you can use your chat function. There we have it. Augusta Retief. Thank you. Welcome. Azalia from NMU. Yanni. Danielle from Northwest, Corley, Lara from Northwest, Ilana, Bertu, great, Bernard, Sumeri, Dewald, Tadiva, Clara from Johannesburg, and from Northwest we have Matutu, and we have Sunday from the Nelson Mandela University, and Shantae from Northwest, and Alexandra from, I think it was Northwest, Magadima from UJ. So as you can see, we're geographically very well represented. Rudolph from Northwest, Shervin in USA. She's at the Boston University. Lene Klug from Tux. Christian from Northwest. So we have a global presence today. Jennifer Nokatuba from Pretoria University. Johan from Potch and is watching from Strandfontein. Luzanne from Nelson Mandela. Erden from Nelson Mandela. Helena from Nelson Mandela. Great. Carla from Northwest. I really appreciate the fact that we have a global, but also a very good national representation in the information session. We're on 78 people. I'm going to give another couple of minutes. Edward from Northwest University. So welcome to you all from wherever you call in and phone. Mpu from Mafeking. Pamela from Northwest University. Boitumelo from Northwest University. We're on 80 participants now. Okay, there's a question. Oh, Danae Lotteron. Okay, we use the chat box at the moment to just announce from where you are and who you are. We're on 82 participants, so let me give another couple of minutes. Technology is not always as fast everywhere, so let's just be patient. Luke, Bonolo from Northwest, and Lungile from Northwest. Bayabonga, hello Bayabonga. Louis from Northwest. Not that we can tell Bayabonga anything new, but welcome Bayabonga. Johannes, Makiza from Northwest. it's great for me to see that there are also existing members that join our webinar. We appreciate that. Jeremiah from UJ, welcome. Many people stream from their phones, I see. Some people use laptops. And we're on 85 participants now. That's the one thing that always amazed me of Golden Key members. They just live up to any expectation. You see them, you notice them, you know this is a Golden Key member. Marvu from UP, actually Queen from UP. Okay, so we're on 85 members. I'm going to start. Good morning again. I'm Elmi Castleman from the Golden Key Southern African office. Welcome at this virtual information session. I have with me today Gillian Kluter. Hi, Gillian. You can say hi to them. She's the Associate Director in my office. And then we have also two people from the office, Natasha and Marika, and I'll show you now what they look like, who will, throughout the session, answer your questions to make sure that you go away from here and that you will actually have answers to your various questions. There may be a slight delay when I do go from one slide to another, but we'll deal with that. It has to do with the bandwidth. Gillian, just take us to the next slide. I think it's hanging on this one. I'm sorry. Thank you. No worries. Fortunately, between me and Gillian, we can deal with many things. So here's the office. It's me, Elmi Castleman, then Gillian, that you've met. And then in front, we have our backbone of the team, Marika, the blonde woman, and the brunette, Natasha. So thank you very much. This is my office. This is the team that always will support you and be available for your questions. All right, our story. What is Golden Key International Honor Society? So Golden Key International was founded at the Georgia State University in Atlanta in 1977. So as you can see, we're not a young organization. We have a couple of decades behind us. And in 2000, it was also founded in South Africa, but we're still part of the global Golden Key International Honor Society. So we approximately 20 years, we can say 2 decades in South Africa. Well, and how many members do we have? So we're going to talk a bit about that. Internationally, we have 2.4 million members. And only in South Africa, Southern Africa, we have 130,000 members. So when you join Golden Key International Honor Society, you actually become immediately part of a national network of 130,000 people and a global network of 2.4 million people. And we grow at a vast speed of 9,700 per annum per university, per country, I'm sorry. So in international chapters, we have 400 international chapters in Golden Key International Honor Society. And just in Southern Africa, we have 16 chapters. We refer to universities that's affiliated with us as a chapter. But in some instances, for instance, if you look at University of Northwest, we do have a Potch campus, we have a Vaal campus, and we have a Mafeking campus. And then we also have an individual member chapter. Individual member chapters accommodate and host those people that's not necessarily in one of the universities that's affiliated with us. But that doesn't mean they're not eligible to become a member. Anybody that meets the criteria, which is you have to be from your second academic year onwards, you can ask to be accommodated and to be accepted as an eligible member. So across our globe, we have, or actually in South Africa, we have 31% members are men and 59% women, and 10% prefer not to disclose. Let me be very clear at this point. This has nothing to do with equity. This is just mimicking the demographics of our members. Membership is a volunteer situation. You're eligible, you get invited, and you voluntarily join the organization or not. So we have more women that join the organization than men, but in South Africa in general, we have more women than men. I'm going to the next slide, right. So here I spoke about the 16 chapters that we have, and here there is half of them. Northwest Potch, Northwest Mafeking. Okay, remember we said also it was founded and started in South Africa and Potchefstroom. And then the Vaal Triangle, we have University of Pretoria, Johannesburg, Witwatersrand, a private university, MSA, and then Nelson Mandela University as well. Then we will go to the other universities, Rhodes University, Durban University of Technology, University of KwaZulu-Natal, University of Cape Town, Stellenbosch University, University of Free State, Cape Peninsula University of Technology, and University of Western Cape. So as you can see, geographically, we're very well presented and represented in the organization. What is important for us in the society is to expand our chapters to more of the others as well. So our values that we strive for in rendering services and conducting our roles as Golden Key members, whether it's in an official function or whether it is in an informal situation, is that we expect our members to conduct whatever they do with integrity, in collaboration with others, to be innovative, to respect other people. We accommodate a diverse community and welcome a diverse community. Excellence and engagement. These are the values and the foundation on which we operate Golden Key International Honor Society. If we talk a bit more about the mission, Golden Key's mission is to enable our members to realize their potential through the advancement of academics, leadership, and service. What is important is that it's always about benefiting and bettering our members collectively. It can't happen in isolation. We do believe in engagement and collaboration, and we focus on the 3 pillars of academics, leadership, and service. And we will talk a bit more about that. Right, so let's look at an overview of Southern Africa, in what we're going to cover today in this virtual situation. First, who's eligible to receive an invitation? I touched a bit on it. We're going to show you what the joining process encompasses. We're going to discuss the new member virtual recognition ceremony. Because of COVID-19, we all know that there's a change in terms of gathering in groups. So we go now virtual with our new member recognition ceremony. We also will show you how to get involved, even though we're in a virtual environment. And then what will be the benefits of being a member? And we'll take you on a virtual tour of our website, because we do get the question of where do I know and how do I know what the benefits are and what scholarships are available and what opportunities are available. And we're going to talk a bit more about that. So who's eligible to receive an invitation? This is very important. So there are 2 ways. First, you will be identified by your own university as part of the top 15% performing students in a specific faculty. It doesn't mean that even if you say only perform at a 60% average, that you will be eligible to become a Golden Key member. You have to have at least 65% as part of the top 15%. And then both full-time and part-time students are eligible, as well as distance learning students. And we have relationships with each one of these universities that's affiliated with us, and we receive the list from the university. We do comply with all the POPI Act requirements. Privacy is of critical importance. One person in our office receives the list. That list is only used once to send out invitations. When you opt out and don't want to be part of the Golden Key International Honor Society, we delete your information from our databases forever. So even if you say you don't want any more information, but you want to become a member, you will not get emails and SMSs from our office to ensure that we respect your privacy and your preferences. So it's important to know that people that's not part of a specific chapter can also be eligible. There's a function on the website where they can say, do I qualify? And if they have an academic average of 65% or more, they will be able to qualify as a member, irrespective of where they are and in which university they are. So we're going to discuss the joining process next, and I'm going to hand over to Gillian to talk to you about the joining process. Thank you, Gillian.
Perfect. Okay, so everyone that has, or most of the members that are online has received their invitations from us. So I just want to take you guys step by step through how to accept your membership. So firstly, I really want to congratulate you on receiving an invitation. Only 5% of South African student or South African population actually gets the opportunity to attend university, and you guys are the top 15% of that. So once you get your invitation, I'm sure you guys have opened and gone through it, but you can go through and scroll to the bottom of your screen to see your activation code. So after identifying your code, you can go and click the click to join button on your screen. So that'll take you straight through to the website where you will put in your invitation code. So the codes you received, if you guys have any questions regarding that, I hope that most of you are on the Telegram groups. We've also been posting on how to make sure that you know which one is your university identifier and your invitation code. So your invitation code is normally a 6-digit number, and then your reference ID is normally ZAF or EAZ. So if you guys have any problems with that, just feel free to reach out to us. Then once you put in your code, you'll see it will bring up your email, first name, and last name. You will have to fill in all of the additional information. It will be your address. You will create a password, which we'll speak about now, but please fill in all the missing information on there. When you fill in your anticipated graduation year, this was also something that you can update at a later stage. So you can just make sure to select what you anticipate your graduation date will be. You can update this as you go ahead and you get more confirmation on that. Then once you create your password, just make sure that you fill in all the necessary requirements and that it's a strong password. This is something you'll have to remember to log into your profile going forward, so make a note of it somewhere. Then finally, you can start entering the mailing address. This is your physical home address, so you can put in your postal code, your city, state, country. If you do not know your postal code, 4 zeros is also accepted in there. Then after entering your details, you can click continue and proceed to the add items page. So this is where you decide if you want to purchase additional merchandise. Not to worry if you can't purchase it at this point, it is always on your page. So when you log in, you can always go and buy the merchandise at a later stage. We want to remind our members that you do get a free assessment of your top 5 competencies that is worth 800 Rand. So this is in the store. When you buy your membership, you can tick that as well, and then you can do your assessment shortly after. You can click continue and proceed to your next page. You'll see at the top banner, we receive quite a number of queries regarding this specific step. So if you don't immediately have the funds to pay, you go out, now you're stuck, you can't get back in. Your code won't work again. The code is only valid once. You'll have to log in with your password and email address that you created. It'll take you to this page immediately. At the top of your page, you can click complete membership payment. Once you've got that, your membership payment of 750 Rand will show. You can choose if you would like to add a PIN. I'll show you how that looks a bit later in our virtual tour. This will be your checkout to all the products that you added in your cart. Then on the checkout page, it'll ask you to fill in any missing information that it needs. After you've completed that, you can click place your order. You will then, it processes your information and then will take you to the Pay Fast payment site, where you can select which method of payment you wish to use. So you can use your credit or check card, instant EFT, or your debit card. Then you can put in your card details, all of that. We would like to ask all of the members that use Capitec just to pop us a mail at southafrica@goldenkey.org, as Capitec is at this point not accepted on here. Then, yes, on your EFT option, you'll see you can click to pay. And then once that is through, you are done. So your confirmation will be sent to you via email, and further instructions and any further instructions. But if you experience any problems, please contact us at southafrica@goldenkey.org and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you, Gillian. And I want to remind you, although there was an 870 Rand amount in that example, the membership fee is 750 Rand. But if you want a Golden Key membership pin as well, that's an additional 120 Rand, and we'll show you what it looks like now. What is important is also to remember it's a once-off lifetime membership. You only pay it once and it's done. So this was the typical setup of a new member recognition ceremony. There we were at the University of Western Cape and there at the University of Cape Town, but we're going to replicate the new member recognition ceremony in a virtual format to ensure you all still have this great moment of recognition, because you always must remember you are amazing and awesome. You can't be a Golden Key member without being amazing, and being invited already shows you that you are amazing. You are the world's next generation of leaders, top academics, and community leaders. So I'm going to move on. That's if my bandwidth allows me to. Gillian, okay, there you are. Did I skip one now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got you back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the first question, once you recognized as a Golden Key member, is, all right, so how do I get involved? I said we work collectively to enable our members. So first of all, you become involved as part of the committee on campus. And even though the campuses are closed now, you can still reach out to your president and ask, what are the projects at the moment? Because we have exciting new virtual projects that will be launched to you, but please make sure that you reach out to your president. In Golden Key, the key of opening opportunities will always stay with you. Nobody's going to open the door on your behalf. You still have to open that door. So also you can become involved as part of a volunteer with a committee on campus. So, and obviously next year you can be one of the committee members. And also you can be part of a subcommittee. Every committee has certain subcommittees and you can be part of any one of them. And as an individual, you can do what you do at the moment, attending webinars that we schedule for South Africa and the international office. So you don't need only South African webinars and we'll have only South African webinars. There are also international webinars that you can attend at leisure and at your own time. The other important thing is I want to show you what your presidents look like. So University of Northwest, University of Mafeking, University of Vaal, University of Rhodes, Nelson Mandela University, Bloemfontein University, Perusha from Cape Town, Janu from Stellenbosch, and Andrew from the University of Joburg. Right. Then the next is Ndaba from Kwakwa University, Pretoria. We have Marumwa and DUT, Tubile, University of Western Cape, Tiamu, and KwaZulu-Natal on the medical campus, Christine. Let me just see if I can open up. Unfortunately, I can't see the names on my screen. Gillian, let's go back one, please. Another one. Another one. Yes. So here you can see the Pietermaritzburg campus president and Wits. We spoke about these. The next one. Sorry, guys, we work on a shared presentation because it's easier, but there are also limitations to it. So now we can go to the benefits. Let's talk you through what the benefits are. We will send the presentation as well. All right, here are the major benefits of being a Golden Key member. First of all, you will get academic recognition on an international level. Internationally, if you have on your CV that you're a Golden Key member, you immediately create a perception of your excellence, of the fact that you're a top performer by the person who will read your resume or CV. You will also have access to financial rewards in the form of scholarships and other awards. The deadline for the next round of applications will be 15 June. And I want to tell you that I had the privilege last Friday of phoning 2 Golden Key members, one from Mafeking and one from the University of KZN, who each won a $2,000 and the other one a $5,000 scholarship. That's almost 37,000 Rand and almost 100,000 Rand in terms of advancing their own academics. All they did is they're a Golden Key member, they apply and comply with the application guidelines, and you become eligible to win one of these scholarships. We have also another round after the 15th of June. Make sure you join, make sure that you apply online. Gillian will also show you where the scholarships are and more information on those. Then we also have publications. We have e-newsletters. I'm sure many of you may have seen the COVID-19 success stories. I'm building up those stories into one journal, and we will be able to document our journey through COVID-19. And if you read those stories again, you will just see why I'm passionate about our Golden Key members. There will also be many network opportunities in academic, corporate circles, and through social media. You have to make sure that you join our social media pages. We have Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as, which one do I leave out? Twitter. We're also on Twitter. Make sure that you're there. Make sure that you join the Telegram group of your specific chapter, because we do advertise all these network opportunities there. That's a place we send you SMSs, we will send you emails if we have your correct detail. But if you're on the Telegram group, you immediately will also access it. Then we have opportunities for you to live out your responsibility into communities. So we have opportunities in community service which will focus on literacy, education, and real world preparedness for at-risk youth. That's the place where you start to see your value and where you start to contribute to a bigger picture in terms of South Africa and making a difference in the community. We all were raised by a community. When we're successful in life, it's time for us to recognize that you're part of a collective and you need to go back and uplift your village, your community, your family. Then we also have career development opportunities, and we at the moment advertise extensively on behalf of PwC for internship opportunities. And they also will have webinars and e-communication. We had, for instance, a HFM Talent webinar last week where people could join in and understand what does HFM online assessment mean, what does it entail, and is it important for you to actually know whether you're learning, what your learning agility is, what your top competencies are. And as Gillian already said to you, once you join, you immediately have access to the top 5 competency profile assessment, which is a free assessment to the value of 800 Rand. So you immediately in value get back your membership money, and you have a report online telling you of your top 5 competencies. Then we also have practical leadership development opportunities for students who serve in local, national, and also international leadership positions. There are different international committees, and I've asked Gillian to just share with us what those are.
Okay, so at the moment we have representatives on 3 different councils. So the first is our Council of Advisors, where Natasha Kitchen from University of Stellenbosch, she's a advisor from there. She represents us as South Africa. Then we have a Council of Student Member Representative that is currently going into a switchover phase from Duduzile from Vaal to Sahil from at UKZN. So they represent South Africa between the student members. And then we also have a ILC, International Leadership Council representative for alumni, which is Nkateku Matebula from University of Pretoria.
Thank you, Gillian. And all those opportunities will be advertised once they get available. So please make sure that you access websites, that you're registered on the various social media platforms to know when you can actually apply for these positions. Then you will also get invitations to national and international leadership summits, where you can also network on a national level or international level. I just had the opportunity and the benefit of being to Brisbane and took with us 10 members to the Brisbane conference, which the focus was artificial intelligence. And I'm sure you also saw the Brisbane report that was advertised and distributed, where these 10 people share their story and what the impact of attending a leadership summit internationally had on them and how they're going to replicate their experience locally. Then also we have personal and professional enrichment opportunities alongside the development of various soft skills webinars, how to write your CV, how to prepare for an interview, how to manage conflict, how to manage stress. So all of that is part of the benefits that you will have access to as being a Golden Key member. I also have an opportunity to invite industrial psychology students in their honors year to attend a webinar and training to become accredited HFM training practitioners. Many industrial honors students wanted to actually join the webinar, but it was only exclusively available for Golden Key members because our benefits are exclusively available for Golden Key members. Thanks, Jillian. You can switch. The delay makes it a bit confusing of am I actually or aren't I? Right. I'm going to talk to 2 virtual benefits that we're launching. These are specifically important in the time that we live at the moment. So the one is Puzzle of My Life. All Golden Key members will have access to free online counseling through Puzzle of My Life. Once you join, you will get membership of this opportunity. We got sponsorships through the Innovation Hub, and all our members do experience some level of stress. It may be on different levels, but some of you really battle in these times, have concerns about, will I be able to continue with my academic year? Will I be able to finish my degree? Will I be able to manage financially in times of these constraints? What about the fact that my family may have economic struggles? So you will have free counseling and help you to deal with these challenges in extraordinary times that we have at the moment. And then, as I said, you can also complete the HFM Talent Index Top 5 Competency Assessment. And that's very valuable for your career planning and your own understanding of who you are. It's very difficult to develop yourself if you don't know who you are from a scientific perspective. And this is a scientific view of what are the top 5 competencies that you will excel in and that you prefer to excel in. So it's very interesting. I also need to say that the HFM Talent Index online assessments are all Health Profession Council certified. So it's not just a Facebook kind of questionnaire that you can complete. It's a real professional assessment that you do. Then we can move to the next screen. In a nutshell, I want to show you, if anybody asks, and I do see that, guys, has anybody ever benefited from Golden Key? Well, I already told you this morning about the 2 winners of the scholarships of a $2,000 and $5,000 respectively. I also told you about the travel grant. I took 10 students to Brisbane. They each received a 25,000 Rand travel grant to enable them to go to Brisbane. Many of them have never been in a plane. Many of them have never been outside of South Africa or off the continent. So it really opens your life view and the lens through which you look at the world. Then you will see that our membership joins really increase every year. And we already in the first quarter on 1,880, opposed to 2019's first quarter was 510. It's important to note that these figures are quarter. We grow on an average of 9,500 members in total over 4 quarters or throughout the year. Then the social media that I spoke about, make sure that you're part of these followers. We have 202 people that follow us on Twitter, 868 on the Facebook page, and that grows daily. It may be 900 to 1,000 at the moment. On LinkedIn, 419, and then on Instagram, 950. I see that this is the new social media platform for youth and Golden Key members in specific. So make sure that you follow us there. Then we always source corporate funding. So last year we sourced in the first quarter 47,600 corporate funding. We use these funds either to support some students, to pay membership fees. Some of the money we use to for specific campaigns like internships or employment opportunities, and we use some of it for webinars and information sessions with the corporates. And then in terms of 2020, we already exceeded the first quarter achievement of 2019, and we're on 71,300 for the year. Then remember, we have branded corporate wear or society wear in the form of golf shirts, hoodies, that's very popular, pins. So we have pins are the most popular, then hoodies, then golf shirts, and the other is a combination. You can go on the online shop and see what there are. I keep on speaking about opportunities. So only for this year, we've already sent out 6,971 emails for opportunities exclusively for Golden Key members. And on the right is the SMSs that we send out. Intern employment opportunities, we had 8,600 mails going out on those. Workshops to attend, various kind of workshops for leadership skills, or how to manage your finance, or how to plan for your future. 9,393 emails went out, and it's slightly always less SMSs. Tutor opportunities where you can become a student tutor. We send out 15,978 mails and 11,700 SMSs. And then scholarships, again, 1,684 and 1,400 SMSs. Scholarships slightly less, because the corporates that will fund us will be very particular in what kind of Golden Key member they look at to offer scholarships to. Thanks, Gillian.
Okay, so I'll be taking you guys through a virtual tour of our website. I know a lot of you are busy joining. Just before I start with this, I just want to give you guys a heads up. I see a lot of Rhodes, Northwest, Potch, and Wits students joined on this call. We have, with the situation going on currently, decided to extend your deadline till the end of this month. So you still have till the end of this month. We've been receiving quite a lot of queries regarding members still wanting to pay up until then. So you guys are still welcome to make payments until the end of the month. Then what we're going to run through today is just how to log in the online shop, and you'll see a lot of merchandise on there. If you guys are on our Facebook pages, you can't enter the group yet if you're not a member, but you can go onto the page. There's a Facebook competition running where you can actually win some merchandise. Then also the scholarships will go through member stories, the online course, how to download a Golden Key resume badge, and how to update your account, and how to get a proof of membership. So if you guys just give me a moment, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so that I can show you guys where to go in. Okay, so we're going to start. Almi, I just want to confirm, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Thank you, Gillian.
You're going to go to www.goldenkey.org. It's going to take you to the My Account page. You're going to put in your email address and password. So remember where I said members that previously used their codes, this is also the route you will use to go back in. You have to click the reCAPTCHA that you're not a robot. You'll be able to log in. Sorry guys, there's a bit of a lag on the internet. Okay, your landing.
So we show you all. We're very agile. We can adapt to different situations.
So this will be your landing page once you log in. Then you can go to the online shop. In the banner at the top, you'll see it says shop. Now, these are specific merchandise items to South Africa. So you'll see your hoodie, that's our best seller at this point, it seems. You have your memory stick, which will be very helpful at the moment. So you guys can still purchase all of this. We'll start shipping as soon as the lockdown is lifted. Then you will see you get the discount on the top 5 competency, you get that one for free. But there's major discounts on the My Future Me and the Learning Agility Go, and even more if you buy it as an assessment combo. If you want to find out more information, we'll during May have more webinars on these with HFM. This is the top 5 competency free assessment that you can do. You can just select options, select male or female. Once you check out, your link will be emailed to you. So just check all your junk folders, all of that if you struggle to get your mail through. This is your lapel pin. So you can collect on campus or select for delivery. We have some speakers, notebooks, t-shirt, golf shirts, caps. So it was, we did a questionnaire on what items our members would like. So these were the first things that we launched in South Africa. Then one of the most frequently asked questions is, how do I apply for scholarships? So you'll see there's a scholarship tab at the top as well. Once you're in your scholarship tabs, you'll see a wide variety of different scholarships. I really suggest you guys take time out and go and read up about each scholarship. We frequently get mails, which scholarship was best suited for me. It's very difficult for us because we don't know all of you guys personally. We really suggest you work through it and see. So I'm going to take the graduate scholarship. So say, for example, you're a graduate at the moment, you want to apply for a graduate scholarship. You'll see that it is worth 10,000 US dollars. Then we have multiple of those available. It is important that you check the eligibility for this. So say, for example, you have to be enrolled at a post-bachelor program at the time of application, or a part-time student. There's application requirements. If you do not meet these or submit all the necessary documentation, it is going to disqualify you for the scholarship. You can simply click here. Once you've clicked here, it's important for you to note that this goes to a third-party login. Because Golden Key does not assess scholarships on their side, it's a third party. Your normal login will not work here, so you might register an account for the first time you apply for a scholarship. Then we get so many great stories from all our members. So if you go to the blog, you'll see there's quite a number of great stories written here, and stories about our members. Here's Nozipo. He was one of our previous Council of Student Members representatives, a student from Pretoria. So you can read a bit more there, read a bit more on our Study Abroad Career Center for parents and awards. And this also gives you the opportunity to actually submit a story from you. So there we go. Let me go then through to our online courses. So at the moment, there's a Golden Key Talks course running. You can actually register yourself for the course. Then it'll start showing under My Courses. So it is the international webinars that's currently running. There's 9 different lessons in that talks. But we also run South African webinars that if you miss anything, you'll be able to catch up on our YouTube page. We'll make sure to advertise our YouTube page widely as well, so that you guys know where and how to get to it. But in the meanwhile, you can click on South Africa at the bottom and then click on our YouTube channel from there. We'll start loading more and more things under the South African tab, so that we keep you guys up to date with as much things as possible.
And then we shouldn't forget that we have a special running at the moment. People who join and pay their membership fee are eligible to win a hamper of merchandise. So just make sure that you see on both the Telegram groups as well as on the social media platforms what it is. You have to like our social media page and share it, and also pay your membership fee, and you will get a hoodie, a cap. What else is in there, Gillian? In the hamper.
I think it is yes, Mareka will be better suited to answer our merchandise questions, but I think it is a hoodie and a cap and a shirt.
I'm quickly opening. It's a hoodie, a cap, and a t-shirt. All right, there we are. My team is on standby, and they just told me. And that's to the value of just over 600 Rand. For the first member per chapter who pay, like, and share our page. So don't miss out on that. Thank you, Gillian.
Perfect. It's very important for us that your account details are updated as far as possible. it is, there we go. Sorry, I'm taking too long on here. It is important for when we send out corporate information. Sometimes we get that mail, my friend got information and I haven't, but you haven't updated your year of study or your field of study. So if we search on relevance, it will show that you are not meeting the criteria for that specific corporate. So it is quite important for us that you keep as much information up to date. So if you go to your account details, there we go, you'll be able to fill in all of your information here. So if you guys fill in your gender, it will give us a more up-to-date statistic like you see. But also what you're studying is quite important. What are you planning on post-graduation? What year of study you in, your address is for when we ship things. Then it's important for us on the permissions to allow a contact from GK and partners. So in the explanation of this is we do not share your contact information at all. We just send out on behalf of our corporate partners. So if you say yes here, you'll receive information like Dr. Almi spoke about PwC. So that is something that we would like you guys to all go and check on your profile and just make sure that you do allow for contact from us. Then we have our proof of membership. So this is not your official certificate. Your official certificate will be mailed from us, but this is something that you can use as your proof of membership digital copy. So we've made this available. It's something that a lot of our members need once they start applying, but we do send out your certificate electronically for you with printing specs. So it is quite easy for you guys to access. I do suggest once you guys are active online and able to log in, that you play around on the website a bit, because we do have a lot of different aspects to it, a lot of things that you might not have seen now. So thank you very much, and I hope that you guys have a good idea of what is going on the website as well.
So in the meantime, I want to remind you, at the bottom of your screen, there's a Q&A box. If there are any questions that we haven't answered or addressed during the presentation, please feel free to post your questions there, and the panel will respond to the various questions. Use the Q&A tab at the bottom, and we will respond.
Thank you, Bonolo. Bonolo says it was very informative.
Thank you very much. Do we have any idea of when the certificates will be mailed? I think it's an important question. We're not going to mail certificates. You will get an electronic certificate. I think I'm mute, am I?
No, you are, Naomi.
Okay. It's important for you to know that we can't mail at the moment. So we will send you a PDF certificate by mail with all the specs on how to print it. Once we open again and you still want another certificate, we will put it in the merchandise column on our website, and you will be able to order one, because there will be a cost attached to it to get it or to courier it to wherever you are. But we will make the facility available.
Tiffany, you wanted to make sure that you have until the end of the month to pay and apply. Yes, you do. If you're part of the Vets Roads Potch, I know Vol's deadline is the end of this month as well. Some of the other universities have different deadlines, but yes, you definitely have till the end of this month to make payment.
Somebody is specifically asking about the Nelson Mandela University payment.
Nelson Mandela is in September. I will have to lie if I give an exact date, but it is in September.
And another person want to know if, as an academic, am I allowed to wear the graduation regalia at our students' graduation ceremony?
Yeah.
Jillian, you can respond to it because it differs from university to university.
Diavold, the universities in South Africa have very strict regulations regarding regalia wearing to graduations. We had one university that was still open to it that let us know that they've also stopped it. So you'll see we also don't sell the regalia in South Africa. It's only available internationally at this point because it is not allowed, but they at least can't stop you from wearing your pin.
Then there's another question that if there's no chapter at the university and you're eligible and you want to join, what happens with a virtual ceremony? We will have a specific virtual ceremony for all those people who doesn't belong to a specific university. So you will have an opportunity. We will communicate the dates of those to you. Then there's one that says, I got the mail saying I should join the call today, but I haven't gotten a formal invitation. What does that mean?
Monique, I would like you to please reach out to our office at southafrica@goldenkey.org so that we can just send you. It might be that there's an outdated email address at the university that it was sent to. So please just let us double check that. Okay, we have an anonymous attendee asking for the extension on deadline for payment. What exactly is the deadline for? It is for us to have the virtual ceremonies. So we will still have a virtual ceremony as we would with a normal ceremony. So the deadline is if your name and inclusion in that virtual ceremony.
So if we do not apply for membership, what happens or what is the disadvantage of it? It means that you immediately are not eligible to any of the Golden Key benefits. You're not eligible to apply for a travel grant, a scholarship. We will not send you communication on internship opportunities, employment opportunities, and you will not be able to attend any of the webinars intended for members where we share certain soft skills and we share certain sets of information. So you can opt out. Nobody will feel that it's not appropriate for you. It's a voluntary organization, but you will not be able to access the benefits. Is HFM Talent Index an online assessment compulsory to write to be a member? Not at all. It's a benefit, and you can either do it or you don't need to do it. I'm happy to hear that people are. May you please come again on how to get the hamper? You have to pay as soon as possible. Share our Facebook page and like our Facebook page, and you must be the first one from that chapter doing that, and you will be eligible. So we can see exactly who pays on our payment system first from the specific chapter, and then we will go and double check whether you shared and liked our page, and if you've done, you will be eligible for a hamper. May I ask about Northwest Mafeking payment due date? We've extended it to the 30th of April.
Mafeking falls under a different deadline. It's later this year, I think during August. If Natasha or Mareka will just get to that one as well with the correct one. University of Johannesburg students deadline is still way in advance, so we haven't done anything to change the deadline. That is also something that I would just like Mareka or Natasha to give the official date. Remembering 16 different deadline dates is quite hard, so if they can just check it and send it through.
Sydney, I've paid my membership using Capitec. However, I used the debit card option. My status say that the payment is pending. Has the payment gone through?
Cindy, it might take about 2 days to go through on the debit card. So within 2 days, if you don't get a confirmation email, you can just pop it through to us so that we can see if it has gone through or not, and then we can sort you out from there.
Then there's a question from Nom Tandauzo that I'm giving to you, Gillian. When is the deadline for paying membership fees?
So Nomthander, each university has a different deadline. So the deadline will be dependent on your university. And then you are graduating this year. We have such a large alumni membership following. So it definitely does not mean you can't be a member. We have different alumni events and stuff to get our alumni involved in as well. Like Almi mentioned with the soft skills, creating your CV. You've already gone into the working market, for example. What is your next step? That's something we can look at. So no, please still join and become a member. It's a lifetime membership, and we strive to support you throughout your whole journey.
And what is also important is to remember there are many opportunities for employment that will definitely apply and be applicable to you as well. I'm an international student at the University of Joburg. I got the invitation later. Do I qualify as an international student, or is it only for local students? Whether you're a member in South Africa or a member in Texas, you're a member of Golden Key International Honor Society. So you will, if you're in South Africa and you register on our Telegram and other social media, you will get the specific opportunities for South Africa as well.
Okay, Diabol, there is a number associated, but we previously very specifically gave out membership numbers. Currently, we're busy changing our system, so you won't get a membership number per se, but you will have identifiers on our website for us to find you. You will get your membership certificate and your proof of membership that you can use. Employers normally reach out to us to verify if the member is actually an enrolled member with Golden Key. Northwest University, clarity about the cutoff date for payment or just an overall cutoff date. So Vol and Potch have cutoff dates at the end of this month. Where Mafikings is a bit later because we have their ceremony later in the year. Yes, end of August. So that they then have the cutoff date then for the different times we have the ceremonies for.
And is there an online function to request the PDF certificate? And also, I've paid through Capitec without issue. Is there something else I need to do? Gillian mentioned issues with Capitec. Gillian, you can respond.
Stefan, no, you will receive your PDF certificate from Marika. She sends out the certificates. You normally get it within 7 days of 7 working days of making your payment. The payment option, I'll be more specific on the next one, is specifically on the EFT option. So with the cards, there's normally not a problem, just with the EFT option with Capitec. So Stefan, if it's gone through successful and you've got your confirmation, it's all in order.
And then we have Erin asking that she's graduating this year. How would the society benefit me? Golden Key International Honor Society has a journey with members for life. So you can still apply for postgraduate scholarships. You can still apply for travel grants. You can still attend the alumni events. You can still get all invitations for opportunities for graduates, for instance. Many companies say we actually want an engineer graduate or a BCom graduate that was a Golden Key member. So you will still get all the information around that. And the alumni committee is very active, and you can be part of the alumni committee. Will there be an option to attend a non-virtual ceremony after the lockdown? Yes, there will be. COVID-19 changed our lives forever. So yes, there will definitely be virtual ceremonies. About non-virtual ceremonies, we will see when it's happening. I doubt whether we will be able to do any this year, and we will replan it then for next year. Why is the deadline for Northwest at the end of the month? And what happens if we can't afford it right away, taking into account the current economic situation? We have deadlines across the country, different deadlines for different chapters, and it's all in line with when we plan to have the ceremony. Maybe you should reach out to us individually and let's discuss your situation. My email address is ecastleman, CASTLEMAN, @goldenkey.org. How can one get involved? Yes, you can talk to it.
If the university doesn't have a chapter standing. Charlotte, I think if you pop a mail through to us so that we know what chapter you are speaking about, or if you are an individual member, so that we can just see about how to get you involved with activities that we're busy with.
And I also recommend that for Zele, I'm going to write my email address.
Okay, University of Pretoria's deadline, it is also, I think, during August or September. If Natasha Mareka will just check me on that one. Diewald, do you have any support with relation to entrepreneurship development, marketing, finance, business development? We do this in terms of webinars, for example, now in our lockdown time. If you can just also give us a bit more background in what type of support you are looking for with entrepreneurship development, marketing, your finance, your business development, because we do have our webinars with our corporates in the specific fields. So if you can just give us a bit more background about what type of support you are looking for. Stefan?
Yeah, Bongo. Okay, Stefan, is the estimated date for the virtual ceremony?
We are working on that. It will be close to what the normal ceremony would have been on, but we will reach out to our members that have joined directly about the date and how to RSVP and link on for that.
And the closing dates for making the payments for specific universities, I assume it has been answered. Thank you. Just to clarify, so we have to pay for certificates to be mailed to us. Is there an option for us to collect it at the university for free? We still will have to mail it to the university, and at the moment there will be no option. So there will be a cost to it, but you will get your PDF one for free online, and we will tell you how to print it to look nice because it's a PDF certificate, the same PDF we use to print.
Perfect.
Right. With that, I think we've answered all the questions. There are no further open questions. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much for joining us. And may we start a lifelong journey as members and people, employees in this wonderful organization. And remember that you are amazing. So please join.